So today I want to talk about pricing your product on your merchant. So for me, I currently have 88 lumberjacks for level, I guess, skill points, whatever you want to call it. And I also have a hatchet that accelerates my harvesting speed. That cost 100 ash wood. I can't pay gold for it. I can only renew that hatchet every 3 hours, which will usually last about that long before I need to get another one. Um, what are they saying here? Okay, so the other thing is that there's a bunch of items already in the bazaar, and the bazaar just congregates all the merchants in a single spot. So at least search for items. You have to go window shopping on hundreds of houses across all these different areas. Um, so you see that there, and the thing is that a lot of this stuff, these items were probably before the bazaar ever existed. So there was the only this got rid of a concept in a game that you would normally think about. You know, when something is close to you and you don't have to venture out far or look very hard for, obviously it's more expensive. For example, if you go to 7-Eleven, you pick up some flour or something, that flour is going to be way more expensive than if you would to go to a grocery store that, you know, is obviously they're going to sell it. It's going to be a bit further out. You know, like a USB charging cord could be $5 or $10, but you can get it online for $1 or something like that. And so by introducing the bazaar, all this existing pricing, because I don't know how long any of these items have been in there, but all this existing pricing no longer applies to the regionality of the seller and the location of where they're selling it from. So this gets rid of real estate as well. So a house right next to the gate technically doesn't have much more value anymore because of this system. With all that said, okay, I'm a lumberjack and I wanted to get into carpentry, but I can't make the items that kind of sell just yet. So I got to depend on my lumberjack skill to make me money. What do I price my wood at? How long does it take me to get? And so with 3-pack horses, so it's an investment of 3,000 gold and 100 ash every 3 hours minimum I need to get in order to renew this hatchet. I can get about 300 boards or times whatever that is. So 300 boards per hour in general. So I'm going to get different types of wood other than regular wood boards. So out of this, I would sell 200. And so if I can get, you know, a platinum per hour of my time, I feel that's decent enough. The other wood I can use for other purposes that I need for crafting anyways. So you look at the cost of 100 boards of wood currently. So you type in wood boards, you search. People sell it for, it looks like people sell it for 1 platinum. The thing is again, I said that the context of that this bazaar didn't exist back when party merchants were introduced, and so maybe the pricing skewed. Other things have been changed, like how wood is allocated around the city now. There's no special areas for any of this stuff. You know, there were probably more players that caused a scarcity because people who would venture out to the city would be killed trying to get this wood. But you know, the time has changed. I don't know when these things were posted. So when you try to think about, okay, well, I see a bunch of them for one platinum. Obviously, I can just sell it for 1 platinum. Then, no, none of this wood has sold within the last week, even the 9,000 gold one. And to put that in context, what you're going to want to do is start tracking the items that use that primary resource to see what they're selling for. So I was looking at the carpentry table because I had to buy one. And that sells for, I bought it for 1 platinum. So there were other ones in there. Like, I think the only one I saw was 1 platinum. The others were like 1,500. So there's been a couple of new entries with 9,000 gold in there. It takes 150 wood boards to make 1 carpentry table. And if I can see new entries being put in and being sold for 1 platinum, then that devalues that 100 wood board for 1 platinum. Obviously, it doesn't even, you know, doesn't make any sense. And there needs to be some type of return in profit because somebody spent time leveling up their carpentry to 75. So when I start to think about, okay, what's my time worth? What are people going to actually kind of realistically pay for it? So like if I can buy 100 wood boards for 5,000 and make a carpentry table for one platinum or even less than that, if I just make a couple thousand out of it for profit, and it takes like a little bit of my time. The only other catch is that um, there is time to go and get the wood. So if you're having to buy it from a bunch of different vendors, it probably isn't that great, because then you got to go to all these different areas to go pick up the wood from the merchant. So there is still some value to have something close or sell things in groups. So they're not having to go to all a bunch of different areas. But if I can just go to that one area, pick it up for half the cost it would take me to make my other item and sell it for half profit, then yeah. So I would say, if I'm selling wood, 5,000 gold would be, the best option. If not, then I might bring it down to 4,000. So I was doing some original test. I set it for 1 platinum. Obviously, it didn't sell for 100 wood. Then I tried it for 5,000 gold. Still didn't sell. So then I set it like absurdly low for like 500 gold, 600 gold, 700 gold, 750 gold, and they all sold within that same day extremely quickly. Same thing with ash. They all at an extremely low price. They all sell. So there's obviously a demand for it, but how much somebody wants to pay for that and how long you're willing to wait to get that money, it's going to be incredibly telling. So, track the items in the bazaar. Track your time it takes to get this, the cost of everything else, to try to factor in some type of minimal price, and be willing to go down a little bit lower if you need something to sell a bit quicker. But other than that, that's kind of where I see the pricing for this merchant system for this game, is that it's incredibly hard to kind of just jump in and start selling stuff when you don't know what things are actually selling for, how long they're on market, what is the turnaround run time. Like, none of that is available to you up front, and it's something that you just have to learn by manually tracking over the days and weeks and months that you're going to be playing this game for, to get a good idea of what things are actually going to sell for.